I grew up believing I'd always be the one quietly holding our family together. The neutral zone between two storms. I never imagined I'd be the person to split us apart. But when someone forces you to choose between protecting the person who's always been overlooked and applauding the one who never had to fight for anything, what choice do you really have? To understand why I made the decision I did, you have to picture the world we lived in. Our little house on Maple Drive in suburban Ohio looked perfectly ordinary from the outside: picket fence, trimmed bushes, brown shutters that needed repainting every few years. But inside? It revolved around one person, my older sister, Miranda. I was the middle child, 6 years older than our youngest sister, Vivian. And in our home, each of us came with a role before we ever learned to talk. Miranda was born 3 years before me, and from the moment she arrived, it was like the universe had a spotlight ready and waiting. Our mother used to gush about her birth as though she were describing a royal coronation. She loved telling guests how little Miranda was born with a full head of silky blonde hair, how she didn't cry, how the nurses swooned over such a perfect baby. And then, of course, there was my birth story. Barely mentioned, almost rushed through like a boring sentence in a long book. I came out fast, uncomplicated, and immediately became less interesting than Miranda's toddler meltdown over the wrong brand of juice. That pretty much sums up my childhood. I remember one morning, I must have been about 7, watching my mom spend hours curling Miranda's hair for her school pictures. Curl after curl, spray after spray, fussing over every strand. When it was my turn for picture day, I got a 5-second brush and a warning not to make any goofy faces. That was it. No fanfare. No curls. Just, go stand in line and smile like a normal kid, please. My dad, Raymond, was a little subtler with his favoritism, but it was there all the same. He coached Miranda's softball team for 2 full summers, never missing a single practice or game. Rain, hail, snow, he was there. When I asked to join the swim team, he said he'd drive me to tryouts, but he didn't make it to a single meet after that. There was always some meeting, some project at work. It became a running joke with myself: work always seemed free when Miranda needed something. By the time Miranda was 10, she had the entire household trained. If she threw a tantrum, the world stopped spinning. If she wanted something, our parents scrambled like anxious assistants trying to keep a demanding celebrity happy. And me? I figured out pretty quickly that the easier path was to stay quiet. Observe. Don't add waves. Become invisible when necessary. Then, 6 years after me, came Vivian. Tiny, premature, 2 months early. She spent her first weeks in the NICU while our parents split their attention between hospital visits and Miranda's dance recitals. Even from the beginning, Vivian had to fight just to exist in the same space as Miranda's sparkle. And what did I do? I learned to be the bridge. The buffer. The one who smoothed Miranda's chaos and comforted Vivian after being ignored or criticized. I became a peacekeeper by necessity. Hyper-aware of moods, constantly adjusting myself to keep the house from exploding. It helped me survive, but it also drained everything out of me.